what's going on with my hair. Hey guys, it's me, Brianna, and this is going to be a video on beginner makeup tips, tricks, suggestions. I constantly get questions, emails, Facebook messages, Instagram comments saying, hey, I'm a beginner at makeup. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to end. I'm just really lost. I want to learn, but I just don't know where to start. So this is going to be a video on some things I suggest, on some things I recommend. You don't have to spend a lot of money on makeup. You don't have to get, MAC. You don't have to go to Sephora. You don't have to get Lancome. You don't have to get extremely expensive makeup. You can go to a drugstore and you can get cheap makeup and just work with it. I use drugstore makeup for the most part. I do have a few higher end brands, but for the most part, if you've been watching me, you guys know I use drugstore makeup. The 3 makeup brushes I recommend for any beginner first starting off is the eyeshadow brush, the blending brush, and the powder brush. And obviously I've just used all 3 of these today, so they're all dirty, but I do recommend these 3 brushes starting off with. Your eyeshadow brush for applying eyeshadow, your blending brush for blending out eyeshadow, as well as concealer or contouring or any of that sort you may want to do, and then the powder brush to wipe off any eyeshadow fallout, to help decrease shine, and to apply powder or high definition powder, or just to, like I said, take out any eyeshadow fallout from your eyeshadows. So these are my 3 brushes I do recommend for any beginner. These are all eyes, lips, and face brushes, e.l.f. brushes. They're extremely inexpensive. All of e.l.f.'s brushes are under $3. So you can go to eyesLipsAndFace.com and you can purchase lots of inexpensive makeup, or you can even go to Target and you may be able to see some of these. Another brand I recommend for beginner makeup fees is Nyc Wet and Wild, Milani. Next thing I get asked a lot about is eyeshadows. Where to begin, where to end, what type of eyeshadows should you get. I suggest for beginners to purchase a palette. A palette is a really awesome way to inexpensively try out what colors may work for you, what may not work for you, and to just have a spectrum of colors without having to purchase a lot of eyeshadows. I really love Bhcosmetics eyeshadow palettes. Also, it's the same brand as Coastal Scents. I love the eyeshadow palettes because you get a wide variety of eyeshadows and you're able to play with them. Also, you can use this eyeshadow for more than just eyeshadow. You can use it for filling in your brow. You can use it as a blush. You can use it as a highlight. You can use your eyeshadow palettes for a lot of reasons. So I always recommend to purchase an eyeshadow palette, and they're inexpensive, and it's a great way to, figure out what works for you. Eyes, Lips, and Face, they also have a palette. It's a 144 eyeshadow palette. I also recommend this. It's a very cheap way to start off your makeup. However, I will say that the Eyes, Lips, and Face palette, in my personal opinion, is kind of powdery. So you do have to kind of work it to get it to your desired texture and to get it to look right. You have to pack it on. You can apply eyeshadow any way you want. There's no one way to apply eyeshadow. Most people blend out their eyeshadow just so it can look a little more seamlessly. I do get the question, I don't know what shadows to match. I'll say this: the lightest color eyeshadow goes on your lid. From there, the second darkest goes on your crease. The third darkest goes on your outer V. If you want to step your game even more and have like a smoky eye, I suggest the lightest color goes in your tear ducts and your brow bone. So I'll show you guys again so I'll get a little closer for you. The lightest color goes your tear duct, your brow bone. Then you have your second lightest color, which goes on your lid. You can use a shimmer for your lid. I suggest using a shimmer or matte or cream. Anything can go with your lid. Anything can go on your tear duct. Anything can go on your brow bone. However, if you are older, you have wrinkles, maybe a matte will look better on your brow bone over a shimmer, because shimmer can show wrinkles. Your second darkest color will go on your crease. And this is your crease. When you open up your eyes and you do your eyeshadow, you will feel your eye socket. That is your crease. That is the second darkest color generally. You don't have to do this, but for a beginner, general guideline, the second darkest color will go on your crease. Then you have the third darkest color that will go on your outer V. Just like that. And those are the colors. If you want more than one eyeshadow color, I suggest having your lighter color here, your darker color there. Your color should get darker as your eye goes. So lighter, darker. Now, you don't have to do that. You can obviously, you know, have a black right here, purple right here, yellow right there. I've seen that. It looks awesome. But if you are a beginner, just trying out, just trying to get the gist of things, I would go with, you know, lightest lid, second medium color crease, third color outer V. And then of course your brow bone, which should be a complexion appropriate light color. Generally a tan would do for women of color. And then for your tear duct, I love a shimmery pink. Some people use white. White's a little too much for me, but a shimmery pink should do really well for you. Now below your waterline, your bottom lid, you apply a lighter color down below. That will make your eyes pop like a glowy type of wake up look. Or you can do a dark color down below, and that will kind of close them in for more of a sultry look. So a white versus black. Black's more sultry, white's more wake up look. I personally prefer, you know, a darker color down below, but you know, it's really a preference thing, whatever works for you. If you want to step your eyeshadow game up even more, I suggest a primer. A primer increases the longevity of your eyeshadow. It prevents your eyeshadow from creasing. It helps with oiliness on the eyelid, and it gives your eyeshadow something to stick to. I recommend e.l.f. eyelid primer. It's only $1 on the website. Also, most Targets do sell the e.l.f. $1 primer. It works wonderfully. If you want something a little bit more expensive, I do love my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer as well, and it's Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. But I think for a beginner, you would do justice with just this. You don't have to spend a lot of money on an eyeshadow primer. The next thing I do recommend if you want to step your game up is a base. When working with really cheap eyeshadows or shadows that, you know, don't show up really well, I do always recommend a base. A base gives your eyeshadow something to stick to. Most eyeshadows are a powder texture or a cream texture, and giving your eyeshadow something to stick to will obviously, one, allow your eyeshadow to stay on longer, prevent it from creasing, and allow your eyeshadow to show up better. As far as like eyes, lips, and face eyeshadows, I think they're actually, you have to work with them. So a base works perfectly. This is a LA Colors Jumbo Pencil, and I use this as a base. You can purchase LA Colors at most Dollar Generals, and these are under $2. So these are a really inexpensive way to get an eyeshadow base. Also NYX, NYX, they also have eyeshadow pencils, and theirs are probably about $5. Now let's get on to the more complicated stuff that I do constantly get asked about. If you are a beginner and you don't know what complexion you are, or you want to purchase a powder or foundation, you're not sure what is your color, go to a MAC store or go to a Sephora store and get tested. Tell them, hey, you know, I don't know what match I am. Can you help me out? Generally, they'll sit you down and they'll find your match. They'll give you like a little test sample. From there, go to Walmart, go to Target, go to wherever you go, and you can compare that test sample you got from MAC or Sephora to other drugstore foundations. My personal favorite foundation ever is Revlon Colorstay foundation, and I use the Revlon Colorstay 24 hours for combination oily skin. I absolutely love this foundation. It's my favorite. It's of course inexpensive. Most drugstores will carry this, and it kind of has like a natural look to it. It's not very heavy. So if you're looking for a liquid foundation, like I said, go to MAC, go to Sephora, get tested, and you compare that. You don't have to spend a lot of money on foundation. I personally don't. I have some MAC foundation. I like it, but I love my Revlon even more. When purchasing a liquid foundation, also be sure to purchase a brush. I love the e.l.f. powder brush. It is a flat top brush. It will allow you to apply your foundation without any streaks, without any blotches. It will allow you to apply it seamlessly. So if you do get a liquid foundation, make sure to get a brush. I personally don't like sponges. I think they can be very blotchy, but I do love the e.l.f. powder brush, and of course it's only $3. Now, if liquid may be a little too much for you, but you still want a foundation, I say two other choices. You have a powder choice, and you have a BB cream. Now, let me say that I personally feel BB cream and Tinted Moisturizer are pretty much the same thing. They are pretty much a very, 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 very light coverage. BB cream, tinted moisturizer. I like my Maybelline Dream Fresh. However, it only comes in 3 colors: light, medium, and deep. So it may not, you know, it may not go to your complexion. There are other BB cream that's the hottest rave. There's also the tinted moisturizers. I have a tinted moisturizer from CoverGirl. It's okay. It's not really my complexion. It's a little too red, but you just have to kind of test out the BB creams. Also, e.l.f. does sell tinted moisturizer. It's pretty good. It's a little dark, so for my darker set women, for my deeper complexion women, that may work for you if you're having a problem finding a tinted moisturizer that is dark enough. As far as powder, I really like my L'Oreal True Match powder. CoverGirl also has a really great blendable powder, but any powder that works for you. A powder is very light coverage. It's kind of sheer. You can see your skin through it. It's not a heavy coverage. If you do get a powder, I always suggest getting a kabuki brush as well, so you can just take that and you can dab it on your skin. I usually apply my powder last. After I apply my eyeshadow, my eyeliner, then I apply a little powder, just so any eyeshadow fallout, any shine, any oiliness, I can get rid of that, which actually I kind of do my nose right now. It's getting a little oily. But yes, a powder is great if you want a light coverage, and a liquid may be too heavy for you. Also, if you do apply a liquid foundation, maybe consider getting a powder as well. A powder will set your liquid foundation and prevent your liquid foundation from becoming oily throughout the day. Now when I first started off wearing makeup, the only thing I would do is I'll apply like maybe 1 or 2 eyeshadows, some eyeliner, some mascara, some lip gloss, and be out the door. Eyeliner and mascara to me is the icing on the cake. It just makes everything look right. As far as mascara, you can get mascara anywhere. You don't have to get really expensive mascara. I don't have any recommendations as far as that, because I have so many mascaras and I love them all, and we all want different things. You may want volume, you may want length, you may want separating, you may want curves, you may want just something black. So any mascara I think will do. As far as eyeliner goes, I suggest beginners to purchase pencil, liquid, and gel. Yes, I suggest you purchase all 3. Instead of liquid, you can get a liquid pen, but I do suggest beginners get all 3. And this is my reason why. You don't know. When you get all 3, you're able to find what works for you. I started off in my beginner makeup journey using liquid. My best friend started off using pencil. I have another friend who prefers gel. It's really a preference thing. So I suggest getting all 3 and figuring out what works for you. You can still use all 3. If you use fake eyelashes, you may like liquid better. Or a liquid pen. A pen top may be better for you if you can't get the gist of it. I now use pencil over liquid just because I don't know why. I like pencil more now. But I suggest getting all 3. It won't break the bank, and it will allow you to figure out what works for you. So as a beginner makeup-y, these are the things I suggest for you to get. 3 makeup brushes, which are the eyeshadow brush, the regular blending brush, and the powder brush. You can get these at Eyes, Lips, and Face. You can get them at beauty supply stores. You can purchase them at Target. Target has their generic Target brand eyeshadows, and they also have eyeshadow brush, blending brush, and a powder brush. So those are my 3 brushes I recommend you get. As far as eyeshadows, I recommend you purchase a palette. Any palette will do. I personally like Bhcosmetics palettes. e.l.f. has palettes. L'Oreal has palettes. Everybody has palettes. So what's going on with my hair? But I suggest getting a palette. As far as mascara and eyeliner, any mascara, any eyeliner will do. However, I do recommend you purchase a pencil, a liquid, and a gel. Purchase all 3. They're not really expensive if you get them from the right place, but that will allow you to figure out what you like best. Mascara, I think any mascara, you can find mascara anywhere that's going to work well. You don't have to get high-end mascara. To me, I just think they're all going to do the same thing for the most part. And then last but not least, foundation. Totally optional. Liquid, powder, or a BB cream / tinted moisturizer. If you are into that, you can purchase those. I suggest getting a color match for you. So these are my beginner makeup tip suggestions. I hope I have helped someone out there. If I've helped one person with this video, then I have done my job. I want to say thank you guys so much for all the suggestions, comments, support. I really truly appreciate it, and it's amazing how much my channel is growing and how much I'm able to help people. That is what I enjoy doing. It's also knowing I help people. Everyone deserves to feel beautiful, and if a little mascara helps you feel even more fabulous, then so be it. If I can help you apply mascara and have you outside like, yeah girl, looking good, then yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, as well as like my Facebook page and follow me on Instagram. You guys have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. You can also do a blending brush for concealer. You can take a blending brush and then just blend out that concealer as well. So